Everyone talks about being lonely, but nobody talks about this. What if having few or no friends isn't a sign of weakness, but a sign of rare strength? I know, that sounds strange. We're raised to believe that a big friend circle means success, and being alone means something is wrong with us. But here's the twist. Some of the most self-aware, grounded, and emotionally intelligent people you'll ever meet are the ones with the smallest circles. So if you've been wondering why you don't fit into big groups, why people sometimes drift away, or why you feel more comfortable with silence than small talk, listen carefully, because you might not be broken. You might just have traits that are uncommon. Traits most people can't handle. Here are 5 rare signs you probably have if you have few or no friends. 1. You see through people. Too quickly. Most people take months or years to figure someone out. You? It takes minutes. You can spot hidden intentions. You notice energy shifts. You catch the tone behind the words, the micro-expressions, the contradictions. And here's the truth. People who can see through others rarely get invited close. Not because you're unlikable, but because you're hard to manipulate. A lot of friendships today are built on convenience, ego, or mutual validation. But you want something real, something honest. And that alone filters out 90% of people instantly. 2. You don't tolerate drama. Most people say they hate drama, but then they create it, feed it, and live inside it. You don't. You don't have the energy for gossip, passive-aggressive messages, on and off friendships, or attention-seeking behavior. You want peace, and peace is expensive. The moment someone brings chaos into your life, you silently step back. No fight, no announcement, just distance. And that makes your circle smaller, but also cleaner. 3. You value depth over popularity. You'd rather have one real conversation than 10 hours of fake laughter. You don't care about showing up everywhere. You don't need to be included in every plan. You don't force yourself into groups just to avoid silence. In fact, silence doesn't scare you at all. While most people get uncomfortable being alone with their thoughts, you've learned to enjoy your own company. You think deeply. You feel deeply. You want to connect deeply. And depth is rare. So deep people naturally attract fewer but higher quality relationships. 4. You prioritize purpose over social clout. You have goals. You have ideas. You have things you want to build, learn, or change. And here's the surprising part. When you start focusing on growth, your social circle usually shrinks. Not everyone is comfortable around someone who is improving. Some feel threatened. Some feel left behind. Some just don't understand your drive. While others are partying every weekend, you're building yourself. And here's the secret. Purposeful people often walk alone, at least in the beginning. 5. You don't chase people. You don't beg for attention. You don't force friendships. You don't try to impress people. If someone wants to stay, great. If they want to leave, you let them go. You've learned that your peace isn't worth sacrificing for someone who doesn't value you. Most people can't handle someone who isn't desperate for approval. Someone who doesn't need validation to feel whole. But you've developed the strength of someone who has outgrown the need for constant company. And that makes you rare. Very rare. So here's the truth you've probably never heard. Having few or no friends doesn't always mean you're unlikable. Sometimes it means you're too real in a world that loves masks, too honest in a world that prefers comfort over truth, too self-aware in a world that avoids reflection, too emotionally mature in a world built on surface-level connections. You're not hard to love. You just refuse to settle for shallow relationships. And people with standards always walk alone before they find the ones who match their depth. So the next time you wonder why your circle is small, remember this. Some people are surrounded by friends, others are surrounded by noise, but you're surrounded by clarity, and clarity always attracts the right people at the right time. Until then, keep your peace, keep your standards, and keep being the rare one